What's up, everyone? Today I'm going to be talking about Phoebe Bridgers' lyrics. I'll be analyzing them and talking about the things that I've noticed. So where I stand in all this, I personally love Phoebe. I am wearing a Phoebe shirt today, and I'll be talking about some of my favorite lines and why, and then some of my least favorite lines and why. So generally, I feel like her lyrics are so specific, yet they're so relatable and so general in that way that like I can relate my own experiences to something so specific about her life. There's a very nostalgic quality about them, and they make me recall moments and feelings that I had in the past, which I really like about lyrics. So the first song that I'm going to be discussing is Punisher. One of my favorite lyrics in Punisher is, "I love a good place to hide in plain sight." I really like this lyric. I felt it. I related to it. And I just think it's a really good like parallel idea, you know, like hiding in plain sight. But this song is about one of Phoebe's like biggest inspirations, which is Elliott Smith. And I myself have been a fangirl my whole life. Started with One Direction and progressed from there. I really like this song because it's about that, and I have not come across many songs that are. You know, in the song, Phoebe wonders about the things that she doesn't know about. I think that is kind of a common thing, whether it be in being a fan of someone or having a crush on someone, kind of this daydreaming aspect. And in her lyrics, Phoebe mentions a lot about dreams, which I think is really interesting, which I will touch on later. Another great line in this song is, "A copycat killer with a chemical cut." It just sounds so good. It's such a phrase, and it just like sticks in your head. All right, I feel like I had to bring up motion sickness. I think it's a great song. My favorite lyric is, "I'm on the outside looking through, you're throwing rocks around your room." I'm not really sure what this means, but I like it, and I like the image of it. Similarly, in Scott Street, I really like the lyric, "It's a shower beer, it's a payment plan." Again, not really sure what it means, but it stuck out to me the most in that song. And I remember listening to this song as I would walk this dog. His name was 2 Chainz, and I would listen to this song and kind of feel nostalgic about the time that I was currently living, because I knew that I was leaving home soon to go to college. So I was thinking about how like I wonder if I will be nostalgic about this time in the future. So next is in Halloween, when Phoebe says, "Sick of the questions I keep asking you, they make you live in the past." I find that my favorite lyrics tend to be the ones that relate to my own life. Personally, this line made me recall how certain questions that I would ask people, I would feel like they would make them think that there was like something wrong, or just to like look at the negative side of things. And this was like an interesting lyric that stuck out to me because I was like, wait, that's something I've never thought of before, but it is so something that I've felt with people. So now I think my favorite song lyrically of Phoebe's, and probably musically as well, is Moon Song. I also think it's interesting, this is the only song on Punisher that Phoebe wrote completely herself. There were no co-writers on it. I can see parts of all the songs on Punisher in this one song. I can hear parts of I Know the End, Punisher, and just like a bunch of different ones that all seem to come together into this one song. And it's a beautiful, heartbreaking song. So I have a couple of lyrics for this one. The first one being, "You couldn't have stuck your tongue down the throat of somebody who loves you more," which is just such a picture and such a feeling, and it so fits with the intensity of the point that it's at in the song. It's so heartbreaking. Another lyric is, "We hate tears in heaven." This was one of my favorite lyrics before I connected that it was about Tears in Heaven by Eric Clapton, and I kind of liked it better before I knew, because it's kind of a cool line, like, "We hate tears in heaven." So another lyric is, "Now I'm dreaming and you're singing at my birthday. I've never seen you smiling so big." It's nautical themed. First of all, I love the fact that she said nautical themed. Like, what? So random. But also, I didn't even know that the song said that. I thought it was like, it's not a cool thing. But then I read the lyrics and it's nautical. And this line specifically feels like a daydream that I would have, or something about it. It's so reminiscent of that feeling and what it's talking about. Like, I've never seen you smiling so big. It's such a warm but heartbreaking feeling, like comforting and heartbreaking, which I think is a big theme in Phoebe's lyrics as a whole. But yeah, this song really sticks out to me as, I don't know if I would call it the most sad on the album, because I think there are a lot of different types of sad, but I think it's definitely the most heartbreaking, or like heart aching. So in ICU, when Phoebe says, I used to light you up, now I can't even get you to play the drums, cause I don't know what I want until I fuck it up. I relate to this, one, because I have exclusively dated musicians, and two, I feel like when a relationship gets to a certain point, you kind of notice that the other person doesn't do the same types of things for you as they used to. And then the second part sticks in my head a lot. I don't know why, like I'll find myself, that's the one part that sticks in my head about this song, but it's a very relatable thing, but also understandably so. But I guess there's always the bright side of messing up, learning from it. Now I'm gonna talk about my least favorite lyrics. So, disclaimer, like, these aren't bad lyrics. They're just like my least favorites, or I don't know, something about them. They didn't pull me as much as the other ones, and I thought they were worth mentioning. Specifically in Scott Street, when she says, "He said, what does that make me?" I feel like it should be, "He said, what the hell does that make me?" Even if that's not what he really said. I just feel like it fits better, and like with the melody line, like it needs another syllable. So I wish it said that, but it's a fine line. So the second one is just the title line of "You Missed My Heart." Something about it seems like a bad cliche, or like it falls short of what it's trying to say. The song is a beautiful story, but something about that line, it didn't do it for me. Then in Garden Song, when Phoebe says, "When I grow up, I'm gonna look up from my phone and see my life." Like, yeah, true, but also when you see kids in TV shows or people in books using phones, something about it is like unsettling. Like it kind of breaks the fourth wall. It like kind of breaks it and like takes you out of it. Like I feel like there's a weird cliche about it of like it's not artistic yet since it's so like current that it kind of breaks you out of this nostalgic feeling in Phoebe songs, but it's also like a relatable line, like important, but I don't know, something about the way that it feels. Alright, so the last one, I'm sorry, but in Motion Sickness, I don't like the phrase emotional motion sickness. I think it's a cool idea, but maybe not to be used at like as the title line of the song. Again, like it just kind of sounds like a weird cliche. Like in one of my songs, one of the lines is "compression of depression," and it's all right. I just wrote that line when I was 14, and it kind of sounds like I did. But Motion Sickness is a great song, so like I can't complain. But like, if you take it out of the context, I feel like of the song, it loses its quality. And then in the bridge of Motion Sickness, when she says, "You said when you met me, you were bored, and you were in a band when I was born," and like that's like the climax of the song, I feel like it falls a little bit short. The fact that this person was in a band when she was born isn't like super significant. It doesn't quite match the music for me. But it's like a cool idea, and it's like a cool line. I just feel like the placement of it specifically was a bit weird. Alright, so to sum up, I think Phoebe's lyrics seem really, they have like a conversational tone, which makes it feel like you can really like relate to her, and you're kind of like on her level. But I think it's a really interesting pairing, because I remember feeling that way. And then I watched a video of her playing some of the songs live, and I did not feel that way at all. It just felt like she was such an unattainable character. Another thing that Phoebe does is like she has these weird like dead end lines. I would describe them as like, if I could give you the moon, then I would give you the moon. And I'm a liar who lied. I think it's a very modern way of using like little bits of humor. Jokes that like are kind of funny but don't always fall right. So yeah, overall, I think Phoebe is one of my favorite like lyricists. Just really great lines. And concepts too. She has really cool concepts and feelings, and the delivery of her voice just makes it so beautiful and so much better. So yeah, thanks for watching me talk about Phoebe Bridgers' lyrics. I want to do more of these videos because I think about lyrics a lot, because I myself am a musician, and lyrics are the thing that I spend the most time on. Also, like when I write lyrics, I'll write them without music, but I won't write them as poetry. I'll write them as lyrics. And I don't really know how to describe that, but I think about lyrics a lot, basically. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you all soon. Bye-bye.